I now call on Fred Mackintosh, the next MP for Edinburgh South, and would Greg and Crawford please stand by to summate the motion?
Thank you, Judy. I want to first welcome this paper. It's an excellent paper, and compliment the many experts who have been involved in producing it. But for me, the importance is that it actually sets out some details. I don't know whether others have shared a slight concern that the over-enthusiasm or the reliance on targets on carbon reduction, which has been the main thing in politics for the last 2 years, who can push for the biggest carbon reduction, who can make the biggest change in the Climate Change Act. The acts are important, the targets are vital, but how we get there is really quite important. And I'm concerned that we also talk not only about what we want to do, but how we're going to pay for it. And that's why I think the ideas that we've heard from the Federal Party about an infrastructure bank have to be taken forward at a UK level, because we want to attract the savings of people from within Scotland and within Britain to invest in these projects. We can't rely on taxation alone to make the expensive cost of the transition. And there's lots of interesting technologies being developed, so I want to just talk about a few. In Edinburgh, Napier University has taken a lead in many areas to do with renewable energy, particularly the work of Professor Munir on solar energy and at Napier, but also their Biofuels Research Centre. And I want to say a few things about that. I visited the Biofuels Research Centre in January with Tavish. And what was interesting is that the point about biofuels is you don't need to use food materials as a supply stock. And I think we have to remember that the fault is if people are consuming maize and other food products into the biofuel food line, it's going to cause a problem on food supply. But we can use waste as well, and we have to invest in the use of waste products that aren't going to affect the ability to grow crops. But I finally also want to make a plea about carbon capture and storage. We talk a lot about it. It's not a mature technology yet. It's on the cusp of happening. We won't know where to put the carbon if we don't retain and protect the 175,000 geological core samples from the offshore oil industry that are stored in Edinburgh South in Gilmerton. We won't be able to use them if, as they are moved to Nottinghamshire over the next year, as is the proposal by the British Geological Survey, they all disintegrate on the way. So I hope that my emergency motion on that subject will be called on Sunday. But ultimately, we need to remember this isn't just about one thing. It's not just about targets. It's not just about what's going to happen at Longannet. It's about making every little project work, because this whole problem is going to be solved by hundreds and thousands of small projects. And unless we create an environment where it is as easy to install a renewable energy system in your house as it is to install a boiler, and where the responsibility levels are the same, and where the costs are in that order of magnitude, we won't meet these targets. So I hope we'll find the ways to fund it, and we'll now have the detail and the ammunition to campaign on that. I urge you to support the motion. Thank you.
Thank you, Fred.